It's Online Biz today, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a wonderful subject here. This is a really important subject here. You know, I want to join this online business, but I'm afraid of what people are gonna think, what people are gonna tell me, what people are gonna judge me over. And and we have amazing business partners here in the back here, and we're all gonna explain. You know, do you have to be afraid to join an online business like this of what people are gonna say? And and we'll explain a little bit of how the business is. So I'm gonna present to you guys everybody here. Say hello, everybody. And we're gonna start with Mr. Paulo. Paulo, would you like to introduce yourself and let us know if you'd if say you want to join the business, but you're afraid of what people would say? What would you say to that?
Yeah, definitely. Hi, everyone. My name is Paulo Perez. I was born in the Philippines, grew up in Calgary, live here in Vancouver, Canada. My career background is nursing. I've been nursing for over 20 years. And yeah, pertaining to this topic, I was not afraid, but it was just more the thought of what other people are thinking, because definitely the online business is something that all of us on here never really knew how to do. And so it's like, how do you present a business that's online to people? Like, how do you talk to your friends and family about this, or coworkers? Because a lot of people I've talked to about this business, automatic, the word scam, or it's a pyramid, or it's an MLM, just that comes up right away in the conversation. And then so you start doubting yourself as well too. When I started, I was like thinking, is this a multi-level marketing? Is this a pyramid? And so on. And so I still went ahead with this business because my guts was telling me that this is something that I need to keep pursuing. And so I just kept learning more about it. I became educated about it rather than trying to listen to what other people were saying. I get it. A lot of people around you are there to protect you. They're there to make sure that nothing happens. But a lot of times it's their fears, their their mistakes that they made in the past. They're passing it down to you, but not in a very constructive way. I find they do it more in a fearful way, because but then a lot of the fears will prevent you from actually going ahead in life. I can't imagine somebody always telling me like, oh, you shouldn't do that because I did it and it didn't work out. Imagine if you did that, if you took that from every person that you've come across, you wouldn't get anywhere in your life. Like even traveling myself, I know it's a bit off topic, but even traveling, I went down to Central America for a few weeks. A lot of people said Central America is dangerous. Don't go to Guatemala. Don't go to El Salvador. Don't go to Honduras, Nicaragua. But I went there, and I had an amazing time. I met a lot of people, made a lot of great life experiences. So don't I would just say, don't let people's fears, judgments, stop you from going ahead. Take note of it, of course, be respectful, try not to get into arguments with your family and friends. Just nod your head and say yes, and say, okay, yeah, I'll take into account, but still go ahead and do it. Because honestly, if I got held back with people's fears, and especially coming from the medical field, I talked to even medical oncologists, doctors, or cancer doctors that I've worked with for many years, and they laughed at me, laughed in front of my face, and saying like, oh, well, like, we'll see how much money you'll be able to make. And if I let that comment stop me from doing this business, I wouldn't have made over 5K in one of my sales, honestly. Like, it just goes to show you that you have to face fear, a lot of fearful things. You got to face it in order to get ahead in life, because if you're just coasting and staying in something that you're comfortable in, you're not really going to get ahead in life. And a lot of us with who are on here within our community wanted to change because they were not happy with the current status quo in their life. And so I chose to move ahead because I wasn't getting ahead. I was just living paycheck to paycheck. Even though as nurses here, you get paid a lot in Vancouver, but the cost of living is just quite high, and I'm paying off my school debts and so on. So it just didn't match up. And so that's why I needed to change. And so I it took me a bit of time to get over that fear of what people were thinking, but it all came down to mindset as well. Your mindset plays an important part with trying to just brush what people say off. Like just keep moving ahead, focus and stay on your lane, and just do what you need to do to put food on the table, to provide for your family, because those people who are making comments are not going to be the ones doing that and helping you out. So you got to focus on you, focus on the people you care about, and just think positive rather than thinking that if I'm going to start something new, I'm going to fail at it. Instead, walk into it and say, what if I start something new and I succeed in it and expand and create a lot of abundance that I can help a lot of people within my reach and within people who I care about, or people who you at some point will be able to reach out and help them out as well and get them out of sort of like a crappy situation that they're dealing with and get them to improve their quality of life. So yeah, that's sort of it for me. Just don't let people's fear stop you from moving ahead.
Wow. Yeah, you're totally right. Few things there. For example, the the part that we were all once, shy. We were all once, comfortable in a comfort spot that we didn't want to move. We all went through that. Um, and then going through the listening to people. That's like you say. You're right. They're not paying your bills, they're not paying your rent, and they're not buying your food for you. So why should you listen to them when they're telling you not to do something that you think it's good for you? And because if they would be able to, pay you for the food, then you, of course, you listen to them, right? Because then they're
Yeah.
paying for your food, right? But if they're not paying for your food, why would you just put? I know a lot of people want to say it for your own good, right? Because there's so many scams out there and so many like other things out there, right? But it's not basically, talking from your fear. It's talking from their point of view fear. Their fear, right? They're scared that something's it's never going to happen to them. They don't dare to move out of their comfort zone. So they want to keep others close to them because they feel, it's a person that doesn't feel secure over his own thoughts and his own beliefs is always going to need to give an opinion, a negative opinion to somebody else, so you can bring them down and keep doing what you want to do. It's like a circle, right?
Yeah.
uh, the 9 to 5, right? You're going to trade your time. So yeah, totally. I totally agree. Well, thank you very much, Paulo. And if anybody would like to, he's got to do something right now. But if anybody would like to see, get more information, or you see Paulo, whatever, you click on that workshop he's got. We have an academy here for you guys, and he can help you as much as we cannot help you. So thank you very much, Paulo.
You're welcome.
All right, we are moving on now. Should we do boy, girl, boy, girl? Let's do. How about Georgia? Georgia, you're the next one coming up. Tell us a bit about yourself. Introduce yourself. Um, and yeah, you if you were a person you'd like to join this business, uh, like would you or would you not, or would you listen to people? What would you do for it?
If I was a person, I am a person. I gotta fucking,
No, if you were somebody
All right,
that
I'm joking.
wasn't in the.
I'm joking. I'm just bugging you. Okay, so I am a person. I'm a real person. I'm here. I'm not a robot. I'm a person. I started this business. Yes. Um, I gotta bug the host because he's my fiance. Otherwise, I wouldn't do that to other people. Um, so I'll introduce myself, and this subject is perfect for me because I totally went through this. So I'm Georgia Williams. I'm coach, president, CEO at Georgia Williams Coaching Inc., meaning I help people earn online. I coach people, I mentor people, and that's my biggest thing right now, to be honest with you, in this online business. I have my ads running in the background, so and I'm doing free ads too. So I really don't work on my business as much as I used to in the beginning. So I'm really concentrating on coaching my business partners, setting them up with ads. Everybody here today, a majority of them today, I set them up with ads and I'm helping them every step of the way to success. And I have 5 children. As you see, they keep going up and down. Um, I'm here in Spain. I've been on vacation since 2 months. Well, and also went to Toronto and visited Marcel and Joseph. So we had fun, and me and Tito was vacationing, and yeah. So I'm originally from Toronto, Ontario, and I was living out west since the last 10, 15 years. I was in West Kelowna, me and Tito. We lived in a beautiful house there, and I decided to just get away a little bit, have my children work on, their dreams, and also spend more time in the nice weather and the beaches. And I wanted them to experience another way of life, another country, educate them. So we're doing just that. And obviously, maybe you've seen in my post, I just made over 7.3K just in a one payday. So that was really awesome. And I've got a lot of payday. I got way higher paydays than that on a regular basis. So I'm super grateful. So this subject here today is, I chose this subject, okay? I want to start this business, but I'm fearful and I'm worried about what people are going to think, okay? So I started this business about 4.5 years ago. And for some reason, I was worried about what my bishop would think if I start, this business, if I start posting about this business or my friends or my family. And I just was, and then the person I was with at the time was super skeptical. And I found this business because I seen somebody talking about, how they're earning some extra money and they were literally working with them. And I was like, well, why would you be skeptical if you know this person, that they're real, and they're not doing anything that's not legit. Like, they're obviously making money in this business. Why don't I take a look? So when I did start this business, I started it already with a whole slew of people judging me. And whoever I told what I was doing, like they're asking, what do I do for a living or blah, 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 because they would see me freedom and with kids. I'm like, well, I'm in this business and this, oh, it's MLM. I'm like, what is MLM? I didn't even know what MLM was. I searched it and I was like, this is not an MLM. We don't give our pays to others, or we're not going to get our business taken from us if we don't make a quota, or, it's just certain things like, and you don't have to reach out to people and bug them and say, listen, you have to join with us network and, accumulate products in your house, whatever the case may be. So, and when I did start, telling my sisters, like, why don't you start? Like, just because I've seen how much money I was making. They was like, what do you want? Or why would we start this business or whatever? We're not interested. Like, they got all freaked out by me. Because I never ever told people, start my business, except my family, right? My closest friends, because I wanted to see them to make money the way I was. And it was like, they felt like I was like I said, like an MLM or something. And I was like, fine, I'm not going to bother you guys anymore. And then all my family joined. And I have business partners that are from the same church. I was just saying that today because somebody started today and they're from the same church, just like Joseph. So I have 27 business partners in a group that we're all together in one group, but I actually have 27 business partners that I made a group with that are from the Church of Jesus Christ. And I was like, just showing like we have our faith, and it's not like anybody, there's a certain denomination for whatever, different people who are different religions. No, I just want to make it because we have like a little community already in our church. And I'm like, us Christians are big on, doing things legit, right? Especially from this church. And, we don't want to do anything that's against God or to hurt another human being or to lie or deceive or steal. And that was just like a big thing for me to see my other church members and my brothers and sisters from my church doing the business too. I'm like, you see, like, I love that. And this is real and it's integrity based. And, the same thing, like, I'm sure Marcel will tell you, I'm sure Ahmed will tell you, people that are Muslims that, religion is a big thing. They don't want to do anything against God or whatever, even just anybody. Paulo, being such a good hearted person, doesn't want to do anything against people. He's so caring and helpful. Everybody here today started because they had trust. They felt that all their answers were given. They wasn't doing anything to harm anybody or anything to take people's money away. In fact, There's a part of this business where you can become a coach and you can mentor people and really build them up and succeed together without them touching any of your commissions. So I was on the other side of this, veil. We should say, like, just like the scripture. I was on the other side, and I was one day watching a workshop similar to this, and I started this with my faith. And believe me, a lot of people told me not to start this business, and I was afraid of what people were going to think. And then, just like Tito said, and Paulo, I didn't worry no more what people were going to say, because they wasn't going to put food on my table. They wasn't going to get me out of debt. They wasn't going to get me a car for me and my kids. I thought about all these things, and I went through phases in my life. I was very successful in Toronto. I had a offline business, but it took away so much time away from me and my kids, and I was always away, and I had nannies. And then I moved away to have a better lifestyle, to just be with them, but my money failed. Okay, it was either one or the other. You either put a whole bunch of time into making money, you're never going to be there for your kids. So then I was like, okay, I'm getting sick. My mother passed away. My dad is sick. It's too much hustle and bustle here. I need to get away from Toronto. So I moved to BC, and I literally got wrapped up in debt, spent all my savings, everything that I worked for 7 years went down. My business failed. I tried to bring it on a smaller scale. I changed things because I turned Christian. But long story short, it was just all about my morals and bringing my kids up. But I was at the point where I was like, wow, okay, I changed everything, but now I'm broke. And now I can't put proper birthdays for my kids. And now I can't take the kids out to eat dinner, or I can't get a vehicle. We're stuck without a vehicle. Okay, now, because I separated from my ex, and he took all the cars. And I was like, wow, I'm stuck with a broken car. And now I don't have any vehicle. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I want to buy a vehicle for my children. It was such, what kind of feeling it was, and victory it was, when I paid off 30,000 worth of debt and I bought a new Escalade. It wasn't a brand new Escalade, but it was new enough. I spent cash. So I was like, to me, that was like, wow, like, look what I accomplished. I did it. And I did it in a good way. And I could feel good about it because I didn't take anybody's money. I worked hard for it. I stayed up late on my online business. I built my empire. I got myself security for me and my babies. And then everything was awesome. And then I met Tito. And Tito's seen all my successes. And he's like, how are you so successful? And then he started the business, and he quit his job in 4 weeks. Okay. And it's just from there, it's just our lives have been changing and growing. So don't worry about what people think. People are always going to talk. I was just telling Tito that the other day, because me and Tito are super successful. And this is a fact. A lot of people, they don't want to see us successful. No matter how, like, I'm Romani. I can read people really good. I can even feel that energy. I can even dream. Like, God shows me. And I could see what is happening. And I told him, like, Tito, not everybody wants to see you to be happy. Not everybody wants to see you to succeed. Just remember that. So even the people that is one of those that you're thinking that they have their best interests, and they're telling you, no, you're never going to do it. This. Not everybody wants you to succeed. Remember that. So don't care about what people think. Don't tell nobody about your move you're going to make. Just make the move and let them see your successes. Let your works show. That's what I always tell people. Let your work show. And that's what I did. I stopped saying what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it to anybody, family, friends, whatever. And I was like, I'm going to go away for it. And I'm going to not go to so many activities, not go here, not go there. Just keep going to church, though, and keep working on my business. And then I came out, and I remember pulling up to friends or church, and everybody's looking like, oh, where'd you get that car? And they're like, Georgia, what are you doing? And it's like, and then my sister is messaging me like, what's going on? How are you making so much money in this business? I'm like, well, I told you. I told you. And so everybody, and you name it, wanted to know what happened to Georgia. How did she pull this off? Because that's the way they think. Oh, she pulled it off. I even had somebody saying to me that because I was coming from Canada here to Spain, they was telling me the weirdest thing. Georgia, the word around town with all of the Romani people saying that you're running because you're in some type of scheme, online scheme, so you have to run to another country. I'm like, is that right? Why on earth would I have to run? My face is all over the internet. Georgia Williams is all over. I'm a president and CEO. I'm registered by the government. If I had anything to hide, they'd take me down. I said, I have a legit business. What is wrong with everybody? Why can't they just understand that I've boomed to the top and succeeded? And I stood up at times till 5, 6 in the morning working on my business. It's real. This company's real. They pay us crazy amounts of commissions and bonuses. You know why? Because their products are so high end that there's a lot of margin to go around. Very high end products. It's not lotions and potions. It's not a $50 item. It's a very high end item where you make a lot of money. Okay, when you want to get into something, sell something high priced so you can make a large commission. So that's my testimony. Don't be afraid. You can do it. If I can do it, a mom of 5 with only a 7th grade education that comes from an old school Romani background, and people think that, oh my goodness, she can't be doing it. That has to be illegal. You can do it too. This is not illegal. Don't worry about what people think. It's legit. So God bless. Back to you, Mr. Vivancos.
Wow. Thank you very much. I'm speechless, my love. Great testimony. I loved it. Many things I could say about that. I would repeat, yeah, they're not paying you. They're not doing anything right for you to tell you anything. Um, there's one thing, those videos, that people say a lot of things. People say, don't do, but there's also encouraging videos when you're, because I find myself scrolling sometimes, and sometimes I lose control, and I sit an hour there, 2 hours, maybe a whole day, and the day goes by and I'm scrolling. I'm just getting satisfaction in my mind, right? But you're not learning nothing. But then you see a lot of videos about this fighter that he turned into a millionaire in no time. He did something right. And Andrew Tate, I think maybe, or Grant Cardone, all those videos that people put up, and they say, get off your comfort zone. It's time to work. If don't go partying, don't go drinking on the weekends. Spend till 5 in the morning working on your business, doing something. Get off your comfort zone, so you're preparing something for your life. This what I'm doing, what Georgia's doing, what Moyo's doing, what Marcel's doing, what Ahmed's doing, what Joseph's doing. That's it. That's what we're doing. We are every day we're working on something that's gonna make us uh, yeah, millionaires. Actually, very close to that. Millionaires, even retirement at a young age. That's the beauty about this, because everybody's just watching. They're just watching. And I know, like, this friend of mine, he's been watching for a whole year, and he's like, dude, a lot of people are coming in that business. They keep coming in. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But the thing is that the more you sit there and think about it, the more time goes by, and I'm going to be getting more successful and more successful and more successful and more successful. And it's not going to stop, because I'm working. I got off my comfort zone. I'm doing what all those people in the videos are saying. Get off your comfort zone. Wake up. Go to the gym. Or that guy that drinks water and spits and he says, go to the gym. These guys are saying stuff that's positive to you. If you put the stuff that people tell you that's positive, hang around millionaires, hang around people that think about ideas and talk about money, and they talk about how to use and how to implement in their time, then those are great advices. Also, that people are going to tell you a lot of negative stuff in this world, okay? But those sayings that they put out there that are really positive, people don't seem to do those. They don't seem to listen to those. They see this guy with nice cars saying, I got a Bugatti. Get up in the morning, and if you get up in the morning, blah blah, they'll scroll back down. Yes, but they will focus more if you get yourself into a business like this, and they will waste more time on telling you that that's a bad idea what you're doing, than put into action what other people are saying in the industry, right? And I made me think, Andrew Tate is really aggressive. He goes and he says, get up. If you're he even swears, you get up, you gotta get up. You like something, you gotta get up and do it. And he's aggressive with it, because maybe you're understanding that if we sit every day watching us in this online business, and we are, progressing, and you're sitting in the back there, it's like you really don't care. It's like you really don't care about your own, success. But you're watching, you're interested. I know you're interested. I know I see a lot of people here are interested. There's people that I know, a lot of them that are interested. They're just watching to see what happens. I'll tell you one thing: get off your comfort zone. Stop watching and start taking action. And in a couple of years, 3 or 4 years, you have something that's going for you, and it's bigger than you've ever seen in your life, because you'd rather have your own time and work for your own self to anyways.
Yeah.
I have a lot of people here, so
Can
I'll
I
tell you a bit after.
can I just add something to that, if that's okay?
Yes.
So, yeah, like Andrew Tate, I understand, like a lot of people like, there's a lot of publicity about him. Okay. But I watch him because I watch so many motivational things and he's on everything. So to him, to many, he's crazy because people just look at the bad that he's done in his past. Okay. He has a few things that is bad on his reputation. But if you actually listen to what he's saying, because whatever he's done, whatever, I see that he a lot talks about God, maybe he's getting closer to God, whatever the case may be. He knows something, okay, that I know, that Vito knows, that everybody knows here. He knows something about beating the system. He tells people, like he says it in such a, a vulgar way sometimes, but he's saying the truth. The system wants you to be little ants, okay? He wants you to be little ants, and he was saying something, and it's the truth. He was talking something about the something so simple, and I won't take much of your time too, because I know we got a lot of people here, but he was saying something so simple about the action little characters, the superheroes. And he was talking about how the superheroes, the way they put these superheroes is they take the superhero that has the least going for him, right? And they want this superhero to be loved by all children and everybody. The one that has no money, the one that has no girlfriend, the one that has no ambition, but all of a sudden he's a secret superhero. He's saying the thing is the system wants you to follow that. The system is trying to make you follow the person that is shy, the person that has no money, the person that doesn't get anything. And they want you to follow in that superhero's way. They want you to look up to that. Instead of someone like me that's telling you, go get them, go hard, get out of your comfort zone, follow your dreams. This world is trying to control you. Don't sit at a job 9 to 5. Don't sit there unhappy. Don't sit there for the rest of your life living and feeling, insecure about yourself. Okay, and there's truth to that, and I see it. Okay, the way the TV is, the way I watch things on the internet, and it's like, why is this even on here? This is no benefit to anybody. They want to make you like a zombie. They want to make you, the system wants to make you so busy and so distracted that you will not have any time to focus on your dreams or build yourself up. So today, we're here today giving you an inside look on what it is to feel what we felt and how you can overcome that and where we are today, because we felt like you were, but then we were part of the system. We was a part of the system before. Now we broke out of it and we're like, no, we have bigger dreams and our family's too important and I'm too important. So yeah, I just want to say that. Don't think you're crazy if you want to make a big change. It's not crazy. It's only your body telling you, your mind telling you you're not happy where you are, make a change. So thank you.
Thank you, Georgia. That was amazing. That was amazing. Well, I totally agree with everything. And I would say I would spend hours here talking. But we're moving on to Mr. Joseph. Joseph, introduce yourself. And if you'd like to join this business, but you're afraid of what people might say, what do you think about that, Joseph?
Yes. First of all, I'm Joseph. I live in Toronto and I work for public transit in York Region. And I started this business just a little over a month ago. And when I started this business, I wasn't actually afraid what people will think of me because my circumstances was a little bit different. Well, just let me explain. I've been working in my other job as a public transit for over 3 years, and I have built great relationship with my supervisors, my coworkers, even management, and I even have the telephone numbers like a lot of my coworkers, and I texted them, nothing to do with the business, but something else that I help them with, and I call all of them like brothers and their name, sister and their name. And when they hear that, they feel the love. Like it might sound like it's religion related, but not quite. It's like depending where you're working. It doesn't matter where you're working, and um, it's like a family. But when you join this business online, you feel like you're part of another family that you haven't met before, and one of the things I've learned in this business is you get to meet a lot of people that you never met before. And the more you meet people, the more you talk with people, the more you will learn and progress and accumulate the knowledge that you never experienced before. And and I did share some of my friends about this business, and I feel sorry for them because I even had a friend that he works 5 days. He works in a restaurant, and then I have another one. He works 7 days as cleaning, cleaning the washroom and all that. And then I feel sorry for them. And then I got his number, and then I actually gave him the link of the YouTube video, and I'm pretty sure he should be watching. Me, I don't know, but and he says, yeah, and I tell him that why don't you try this business out? And he says, yeah, I'm gonna look it out. Seems it seems cool, and because I fear the future is working 6 or 7 days. I may not have enough money because rent is going up, food, gas, and all that, and all these things that you see on the news, and I'm looking for a chance to learn and to and just to recall, the more people that you meet, the more you learn from them, because you don't know what they're from, you don't know the skills they have, you don't even know what talent they are, you don't even know exactly where they came from, and meeting new people is good. It's good for your health. It's good. Instead of just sitting in your own chair, but if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you're not going to meet more people, you're going to miss out something that you never seen before. And I even had people saying to me, Joseph, this online business that you just joined, you will one day be making a lot of money that you never ever imagined before. That and he knows, even though he's not in the business, he knows, but he's feeling the desire to join, and I've sent him the link to this YouTube video, and he's learning, and it's fun, so that's one of the things that I encourage people. It's good for your health. It's good to talk with more people. It will help you to talk in public. It will help you to overcome your fear to talk with thousands of people, and and I know that Georgia, she's a very great coach, and Ahmed, he's a very great mentor, and believe it or not, they're very skilled, they're very knowledgeable, they know what they're doing, they do a very fantastic job, and believe it or not, they're training you to become like a president, as a CEO. They're training you. You just don't know it yet, but you're becoming like one of them, and then you'll be training your people, and they will be even richer than you are. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Wonderful, Joseph. Wonderful. I totally agree with what you said there. The biggest thing that you see in this business is that the community we have, right? And as soon as you come into the business, yeah, people are throwing themselves to help you. Like, where do you see that? In like, so I'll tell you one thing. Everybody that joined this business are have the mentality of an eagle. Have the mentality of they're looking for something new in life, something that is not being done for centuries. Something that you can do for yourselves. And then once you come in this business, this is a school academy. You know why? Because there's people that have been in this business for way more years than you've been, and all that information they just pass it down to you. And Ahmed, Paulo, Georgia, and everybody in here, but the people that are usually in this business for 4 5 years 6 years, those are the ones that you really look up to, because they are giving you all the information they got by themselves. They give it to you. And so it's great, what Joseph's trying to say, that once you get into this business, you'll feel a comfortness of, because you meet so many people. He's right, you meet so many people from everywhere, and it's a positive thing. You're meeting people out there to that they're suggesting help for you. In the real world, you don't get suggested help. No. I'll say a little bit about myself later on, when I started this business, how loud I was, and but thank you very much, Joseph. I'm going to move to Marcel. Marcel, introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself, a bit about what you think, and if you were to join this business, would you do it, or not, because of what people would say?
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. My name is Marcel. I'm a mom to 4 beautiful children. I live in Mississauga, Ontario. I used to be a personal support worker. Now I'm a mentor, and I help people out there to own their own business. So for me, I really don't care what people say. I don't care. I want to grow. I want to build people who's more knowledgeable than me. You see, this community, I can never regret why I plug into this system, because there's people in there to guide you. There's people higher than you. There's people lower than you. The good thing about this, our community, is it doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. We are all equal. There's no business out there. So for me, I really don't care. And when I signed up, I really didn't care about what people say or thinking or whatever. I want to grow, and I want to be able to take care of myself and my family. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So for people out there don't want to join the business, or thinking, oh, they need to come and see what we are experiencing. They need to come. Knowledge is entirely mind-blowing. So I just want, I can't say more than that, because a lot of people already say more. So yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Marcel. Wonderful. Wonderful. I totally understand. You see, community is key in any business, right? If if you have a good community, people that get along, you're obviously going to be more happy. And like you say, more knowledge, the more knowledge we get, the better for us, right? The better we feel about ourselves. And this business, yes, it changes your life. From doing a normal job to being a mentor, it changes because you're actually helping other people. You're helping other people to earn online. Um, Thank you very much, Marcel. I really appreciate your testimony there. Moving to Mosho, how are you there? Please tell us about yourself, and if you'd like to join this business. And people would say don't or yes. What would you think about that? I think you might be muted.
Okay, now can you hear me now? Okay. My name is Moyo, and I live in Ontario, in Canada. I have a totally different background entirely from this online business. I've been around for a little while, and I've gone to a lot of things like the blue collar jobs, started my own business, been into a lot of things, and I haven't really been very friendly when it comes to social media and stuff like that. The only things I do on social media is probably my phone, check my messages, go on Facebook because I love soccer and identify with, the club that I love, watch a lot of news about them, games and things like that. But I always have my phone with me, a lot of times. And, when I'm not really doing anything, I look up my phone and I see a lot happening on the social media, a lot of stuff going on around there. So it's pretty much easy for you to just make up your mind and conclude that, what, when it comes to an online business, it's not just something that you should look into. Don't just go there at all because it's not for you. And I quite, will identify with people who have, you know, mindsets like this is scam, this is people who just want to take advantage of you, people who just want to take your money away from you, people who want to take your sweat away from you and stuff like that. But this is what this life is all about. Like when Georgia came in a little while ago and she said it all, everything, and I was just saying to myself, I should have come up before Georgia because Georgia said almost everything I wanted to say. But she's so very good. I just have to say that. And then she's one of the reasons why I came on board this online business. Yeah, naturally, human beings will talk. Whether you're good, whether you're bad, whether you're evil, it's just natural. People have to say something about you. Not even alone this online business. In whatever phase of life you find yourself, in whatever you're doing, there are people out there who are going to say one or two things about you. They don't really have to like you. Some might like you, but it's just very natural. People will talk. As long as, with all due respect to people who don't speak, as long as you can talk, people will just go on and say whatever they want to say. But, this is your life. In life, what I think the most important thing is if you have a vision, if you know yourself and you know exactly what you want for yourself in life, I don't think what people say should, deter you or should keep you away from achieving your great goal. So when I, one of those days that I always had my phone with me and I was just scrolling back and forth, and then that pretty president, that pretty coach, I just saw her. She came on board and it was like, wow, she's a very pretty woman. Still, I know you don't mind, she's just a compliment for her. Okay. Yeah. So I saw her and then she said, I listened to what she had to say. And I said to myself, I've had this kind of talk a lot of times, So I listened to her and it was like, okay, she sounds so real. She's not asking you to do, cut your arm or cut your leg. She's not asking you to, go to one account or set one account up or through PayPal or, you go through wallet or, the coin and stuff like that, all those financials, times and stuff like that. She's not even saying that. She just said, if you want to earn some extra income, you want to take your family on vacation, you want to be, free, you have financial freedom, You want to be stable with, your income and things like that. This is what this online business is all about. You don't even need the experience. You don't even need to have those computer skills. Just go on the learn button, push it, go to my website, and I'd give you what more information. And I thought about it. It was like, okay, this sounds really real. So I followed the instructions, and then within the next 48 hours, she actually, said if I felt okay that she could have a telephone conversation with me. And it was like, no, this is not possible, because every other thing you learn on the social media, you're just going to see someone just pull out your number from nowhere and they say, oh, you signed up for something, or I just want to call you, or we're going to have a manager, we're going to have someone who's going to set you up, who's going to be your accounts officer. You hear all those jiggles, and it's like, but this is different. So listen, if you're watching this video, I just want to tell you that this is real. This is no scam. These are real people. These are like-minded people who have come together as a community, as a family, helping one another, helping each other to achieve the goals. Nobody owes anybody anything. Life is all about give and take. So these are genuine people. I can tell you, like, these are real people. These are focused people. These are genuine people. These are people who have determined to leave their comfort zone. It's good if you have a paid job, the 2 weeks paycheck, the 1 week paycheck, but you're looking beyond that. This is the real thing, and this is good for you. So like I said, people are going to talk. For me, a lot of people don't see me on social media. So in the last couple of days, I've done a lot of things on my social media, and I've got a lot of feedbacks. It's just like, what's going on with this guy? Nobody's saying that to me on Facebook. Nobody's saying that to me on my page, but it's like, in their mind, they're saying, what's going on with this guy? This guy's not like this, They've seen a lot of postings on Facebook. They've seen a lot of things, a lot of video clips and stuff like that. So what's going on with this guy? What's happening to this guy? But this is my life. So whatever people say don't really matter, whether it's good or it's bad. You have a choice in this matter. What do you want for yourself in life? What is that big picture that you have? What is your vision? What do you want to achieve? Irrespective of what people say. People are going to say a lot of things. Some will encourage you. Some will pull you down. Some will just leave you along the line. Some want to drag you back to where you're coming from. If you know who you are, if you believe in yourself, and one thing that I really like about this online business, I don't know where this is coming from the president. I want to talk about the president again. I'm going to talk about it in a little bit, but let me go back to the president. This woman is a Christian. When she talks, she always talks about God. She always talks about faith. She always talks about belief. Man, this is real. She's not asking you to pay tithes. She's not asking you to pay offerings. She's just telling you that with God, everything is possible. She's proven and she's tested it, and it's working for her. So it's working for her. It's working for every other person on this platform. Then it can work for you. So why don't you just get off that comfort zone? Simple instructions, just go on that website, click on that learn button. You do yourself a great favor, and it's not only for you. You do something for the next generations to come. You're probably going to live this life. It's a stage. We're all here now. Sometime, someday, you might not want to hear this. We're going to pass away. We're not going to be here forever. It's temporary. It's not permanent. But this is something that at the end of the day, even when you go off the stage, when you leave the scene, you're leaving it behind for your kids, for your children's children. So it's something that's going to last for a very, very long time. You should think about the future, not now. That is the most important thing. So my own take is people will always talk. The only time people are not going to talk about you is when you've gone underneath the ground, 6 feet beneath. That's the only time when people are not going to say something. And even people still talk, even when you're dead. Oh, he wasn't a good man. Oh, he was so mean. Okay. So whatever people say to me, like you said, people will always talk. But I have a vision. I know what I want to achieve in life. So when I saw this thing, and I eventually got to talk with Georgia, she told me what was involved and things like that. She was going to be my coach, I was going to have a mentor. And then that young man called Ahmed came in. Ahmed is wonderful. Ahmed is awesome. Ahmed and I, we're having a very good time. Every time Ahmed and I come, on the laptops. He wants to, mentor me, puts me through a lot of things. Is this guy? I told him, I said, if he was a professor in a university, all the students would graduate with A plus. He's very good. So I'm glad. Like, I'm happy I belong to this family, and I appreciate, the person who set this whole thing up, the president, and then the handsome fancy. Every time she's talking, she's always talking about her fancy, about her fancy. So sometimes if you're single, you're not married, you can get jealous when Georgia is talking about her fancy. So kudos, boss. Right. So don't let me talk too much. I am happy I'm part of this family. This is something wonderful that is going on in this community. And then we have a team. If you have problems, you can talk to people, you can ask questions. These are not people who are selfish. No, they're not. They want to reach out to you, they want to help you, they want to make sure that you succeed. Look, Georgia, Ahmed, and every other person on this platform, Cyril, they're setting people up to succeed, not to fail. The goal behind this business is for you to succeed, not to fail. That's the most important thing. That's the key. So if you're there, you're saying you want to make it, you wish this will happen to you, or you're expecting this is going to happen to you, you have a choice. If you want it to happen to you, click on that website, get all the information you need, and you're never, never, ever going to regret this. It's for your benefit. And like I said, don't even look about now, look about what is going to happen in the next future to your children and your children's children. That's the most important thing. At the end of the day, people will still talk. That's just my take. Thank you all. And again, I'm happy I'm part of this beautiful family. Thank you.
Thank you, Mojo. That was amazing. I
Thank
wanted
you.
to comment on when you said those 5 things. You said they're gonna drag you back down to where you were. They're gonna put you down. They're gonna. So I'd say 99% of this world people are gonna throw at you negative thoughts. That's the system. That's the way it goes. How come people are afraid or are embarrassed of doing what they love to do, of doing what makes them feel happy, something that for them they think it's silly and they'll never do it? Even some of us, even us here, I'll tell you, doing what we love to do, doing the things that we love to do in front of others is probably the hardest thing in the world for everybody, because they don't want to do something and look stupid and get judged and get criticized. That's a big comfort zone. Some of us, like me and a lot of people, I go to the park and I take my trumpet and I get a microphone, and I don't necessarily study for a song. No, I put the microphone on. I put a back track there, and I invent every single note with the trumpet, invent all the notes, and I invent my songs at the moment. I don't have to study them. I make up the songs as I sing them. Now, I have I would be comfortable. Like, my tone would be sounding good if I didn't believe, if I was embarrassed to do it, if I was, and then if what people are gonna say, if I'm singing out there, if I'm thinking about what people are gonna say. No, I just go. I go, and I say I'm gonna do what I love to do in front of people, in front of strangers, just to see them look at me doing something that I love to do, and I'll share with them something. Or the same thing with this business, right? The outcome of everybody is gonna tell you that no, it's impossible. I remember what people used to tell me, and sometimes my dream would break. Like, my beliefs about this business would break. I'll tell you straight up. Right now, if you ask me right now if I believe in this business, I believe in this business so much that I get excited just thinking about it. that's that's all I gotta say. Thank you very much, Mojo. Oh, that's wonderful. We had Jasmine also here, and Ahmed. Let's see if Jasmine comes back, but we're gonna get you, Ahmed. Ahmed here is the teacher, the one you can go to for questions. This guy here is knowledgeable. He's been in the business longer than most of us. He's a great person, and let us know, Ahmed, if you join this business, and a lot of people, you're afraid of what people would say.
Yeah, thanks for that, and thanks everyone for coming today. Everyone said a lot of useful stuff, so I appreciate everyone coming today. Topic today is I want to start this online business, but I'm afraid of what people think. And it's unfortunate these days that a lot of people, when they see online business, right away, the thing that comes to mind is scam. Because other than our business, I don't think I've seen other legitimate businesses that have commissions like ours, that have that you could actually make an earning, make a living, quit your job and just successfully do this business solely and be able to do all that. When people see the numbers that we make, they think, okay, that's not believable. That's too good to be true. But no, it is possible. And we come here every day, 3-4 times a week to this online business real talk. We tell you real information, real things. We are real people and we're very genuine, and we're trying to portray that through these. And we hope that you see that. But in life, it is, I would say, unfortunate that people just right away, when they see things, they just judge it right away. And instead of coming to you and asking you questions, they'll be like, oh, that's a scam. Okay, no, maybe I'm just going to watch this guy and see what's that all about. But if they actually came, because the way I got in this online business was I knew one of my friends, she was my coworker, she was looking for another opportunity. She'd always be talking about leaving the job that we were in at the time. And then eventually she just stopped. She stopped talking. And then she stopped talking about another a job. And then I asked her, and she's like, oh, I'm working online. I'm doing this thing. I was like, okay, yeah, tell me about it, right? I actually inquired about it instead of just stepping back and be like, oh, that's a scam. Oh, that's online. Because, of course, my generation, I was in my mid-20s when I started this. All those things are scams. To me, it was like, oh, scam. I'm never doing that stuff, right? Working online. But when I actually asked questions and I inquired about it and she told me and I watched what this business was about, I was like, this is real. What am I thinking about? This is not a scam. This is real, right? I did my due diligence. I asked questions. I watched a workshop that's free, and I got the information that I needed to know. Plus, don't ever worry about what other people are going to think about you, right? Everyone in this world that's successful has been judged at a certain time and doubted, right? Think about, have you guys seen where Amazon started? It's just him in this little tiny room, and he has a sign up that says Amazon on his door. And he started in this little office, and people doubted him. Where is he now, right? Where did Microsoft start? In a garage, right? The people that invested in Microsoft when it first started doubted him so much, they said, oh, just pay me out, because they were seeing a little bit of success. Pay me out right now. And then now look what happened. It boomed. And those people are just, they made what, $1,000, $1 million when they got paid out, but look, they could have been billionaires by now, right? Think about some of the best athletes in the world. There's people who love them. There's people who hate them. There's people who doubt them. There's people who say they suck. Do they suck? No, they're professional athletes, right? They just form their own opinion about them and they don't like them. But we all know they're great, right? Same goes in whatever you try to do in life. People will doubt you and people will love you for it. And most of all, we all don't know it yet, but we will find out one day. Our biggest supporters, our biggest people that are rooting us on are the people that are watching us right now on our business pages. Your biggest supporters are always people that you don't know. They're always rooting for you, right? People that come to me eventually that are like, I've been watching you for this long. I've been cheering. I've been seeing you succeed. I've been cheering you on. It's like, really? Like, I didn't even know you're there and you're watching us, right? And through time, you will all see it as well. There's people that are cheering us on. There's people that are watching us. There's family. There's friends that know what we're doing that just want to see that it's true. Like Joseph talked about, he has friends and they're just going to wait until he booms, right? And Georgia didn't talk about it, but her family members, her sisters, like, okay, come back to me when you make this much. She's like, okay, hey, I made this much. Okay, come back to me when you make this much. Okay, hey, I made this much, right? And then eventually they're like, okay, we're going to join, right? Eventually it becomes a reality. And my friend who brought me into this, she at the beginning, she had doubts. And she watched the person's business page for an entire year before she took her step. And when I heard about this and I was like, okay, she was my friend, I trusted her. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to join right away. If you already did that and you know it's real, and I know that it's real, then yeah, let's do it. I had no doubts when I jumped in. And in this business, we don't like to rush anyone. Everyone take your time, do your due diligence. And when you are ready to join, reach out to whichever one of us you see this video on, right? All of us, we've posted this. If it's not someone that's on this screen that has this on their page, just click the link above or reach out to them, send them a message and ask them, hey, how do I get the next step? Send me the free workshop. I want to learn more. All right. If you've taken that step and you're into our Learn to Earn Academy, and you're ready to take the next step and graduate from that academy and join our bigger business owners group, then just click the link above and I'll give you the instructions on how to get there and how to proceed. All right. This business is real. It's legitimate. It's saving lives and will always be here. Right. If you go to my business page, it's been there since 2018. It's not leaving. If this was a scam, it would have been there for a few months and it would have been deleted and I would have had a brand new page right now. Right. So it's been there. It's not leaving. I always tell you guys, go out there, check it out, ask questions. We're not afraid to answer your question. Ask whatever questions you want. We'll always be here. All right. But with this subject, that's all I got to say. Happy to be here. Take your time and just reach out to one of us if you have any questions. Take care. Thanks. Thanks, Ido.
Thank you, Ahmed. That was amazing. Amazing. I love the way you put it out there with the players and you know, Microsoft and everything. Everybody started somewhere, you know, somewhere close, like Tim Hortons. Imagine McDonald's, like when it started, or like anything that started, anything. Shoppers started out very small. And this is us growing right now. And I'm gonna say also, the people do comment, and I'll tell you straight up. Since I started being host, oh, I was gonna get her right away. Just mean, she'll come back. So when I started doing a host here, and I seen a lot of bad things happening to me towards people towards me. The first time I was a host, they started saying really nasty things in the live. Someone out there I did not know started saying really nasty stuff, you know, and even now as I'm speaking here, people are commenting. My cousins, they're commenting stuff and they're laughing and they're making fun of me. I can see it in the WhatsApp chats, right? People are watching. People are in there. They're most of them are they don't want you to succeed. The people that make fun of you, the people that laugh to happen, those people are your fuel. You'll show them one day. Jasmine, how are you?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing great. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear you good. Tell us a bit about yourself and you know, if you join this online business, would you or would you not, because of what you think people might say?
All right. Thank you, Ciro, for having me here. And I'm so glad to be here with all my business partners and our beautiful coach. My name is Jasmine Rodriguez, and I'm originally from Mexico, and now I'm living in Houston, Texas. Well, I'll tell you this. I've been in the business for over close to 8 months. And I will tell you, before I jump in, the first thing, yes, I was one of the ones, what will my family think of me becoming a business owner, an online business owner? I had no experience. I had nothing about business. And, you know, I was very nervous and skeptical. So at first, it took me a little time to let them know what I was doing. But, you know, I realized that I cannot live thinking what others are thinking of what I'm doing, right? I have always worked for people, serving, helping with children, you know, helping other families. And I told myself one day, I don't think I want to keep doing this the rest of my life. I think I need to do something for myself. I need to do something for my family. I need to step out of my comfort zone. And when this opportunity came to me, I saw it like a new door for me to open and to go through. And, you know, it took me a little time, like Ahmed was saying it a moment ago, I did my due diligence. I did all my thorough investigation about this business. I watch, videos. I started, looking at the successes, and, I was getting more comfortable knowing what really was all this business about. And finally, I told myself, Jasmine, what are you thinking about? Like, stop thinking what others will say about what you're doing. Stop thinking, are you going to be okay or not? I knew that I was going to be okay. I knew that I was going to join a business where, of course, I had no knowledge about it, but knowing that I was going to be provided with all the tools that I needed, that made me really step in and say, here I am. I am a jewel ready to be polished, right? I will call it that way. And I was just, happy to start this business because it has taught me so many things of myself that I never realized that I had potential to become a business owner. I didn't um, I didn't know that I was going to be able to join this beautiful family and be on lives like now, of course, I still get a little nervous and here and there, but the more I do it, the more I comfortable feel, talking in public. And this is one of the things that I love a lot. And, I notice, and I'm seeing my growth, my family seeing my growth, and my husband, who was also very skeptical and very doubtful about what I was doing, he's seen me, coming on lives. He sees me talking to my partners, learning in my training, working late, getting communication. And he's surprised to see what's happening to me. And I'm also surprised, which is a very good surprise, right? And all I can say is that I had to stop thinking the way of what others are thinking of what I'm doing, right? I know that in life I won't always gonna be pleasing anybody. It's not, it's not gonna be like that. Like, I'm not always gonna be doing things that uh what are the words I wanna use? Well, my main thing is that, we have to stop thinking what others think of what we do. Otherwise, we will never get anything done in life, for our own uh, self. And I'm so glad that I step in, that I'm working in this business, because I never saw myself like having my own business. I always thought I'm going to help others, right? And I'm going to always have a job. But that was not my case. That's not the case. I decided I don't want to keep doing this. I want to also spend more time with my family. I would love to travel more. I want to pay off my debts faster, just waiting for that, like Mojo was saying it a moment ago, waiting for that weekly check by weekly check. It's like, I know with this business, I don't have to wait for that. I can make, a good profit out of, whatever we are promoting here. And just I'm just very glad. I'm very happy where I am now. And I know that it's just the beginning. That's what I love. Like, it's just the beginning, right? I'm just rising, and I'm blessed. All I can say is that I've been very blessed with this business. And I want to encourage anybody who really, is watching our journey, whoever is doubting, I don't know, will this be possible for me? If I'm doing it, I can tell you, you can do it. Because, to me, there's been many things, mainly, in my mind, obstacles that I had to learn to put down and don't let that be on my way of success. And I'm so happy that I'm working also in my mindset. I'm working every day on being better. I'm working, with all these beautiful partners, right? Helping us. We're all helping each other. And I love that, knowing that I have a global community that I can count with, and we're always cheering up for each other. We're always, helping each other with our business, and that is the best. And I want to give a big shout out for our coach Georgia, also Coach Zero. They're always motivating us. They're always pushing us forward, and that's what I love, about our coaches. And also, our mentors here. We're always, reminding everyone, hey, we can do it. Are we stuck in something? Hey, here's my hand. I'll give you a hand. We won't you we won't let you get stuck. We'll lift you up and we'll help you to succeed. And I want to thank everyone, who's there to support each other. And that's, the best. I just want to say, and Joseph was saying it earlier, it's so nice when you get to know people and you learn, right? They become part of your like a family. Like, I this time, getting to know you all little by little, I consider you my family, my brothers, my sisters. You're there for me. That's what a brother and a sister does. They're there for you. And that's how I feel. This business family, it's the best. I just want to say that. So going back to you, Ciro.
Thank you very much. Very, very, very nice, Jasmine. Very, very good. Speechless. Also, you have everything good to say. Yeah, like she says, if you guys want to do something, you guys go and you do it, right? And plus, don't be afraid, because as she mentioned, there's a community here. There's people that will love you. There's people that make you feel successful. There's people that will help you with everything. There's mentors, there's coaches, there's an abundance of information that can go around for everybody. I think someone is on. I can hear some stuff, some echoes. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Jasmine. I'm going to present myself. Georgia, do you can you please mute yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you very much, my love. Um, so, hi everybody. My name is Tiro Ivancos Hernandez. I joined this business about a year and something about. And let me tell you, this business, when I joined it, I wasn't really looking for a change in my life. I was actually, you know, throwing my life away with work and partying and all this stuff. So I met Georgia, and she told me about the business, because I asked her. I said, "How come I only see you in internet, in Instagram, doing videos with your kids? What else do you do in life?" She told me that she was doing this online business, and she told me that I quit my job and stuff. She told me all this, and I said to myself, "This sounds too good to be true." So I laughed, right, and I said, "Okay, if you mean to tell me that you have something that'll make me quit my job, and you know, I will stop drinking, I'll stop smoking cigarettes, I'll stop everything, I will stop partying, I will stop everything this day. I'll throw this old thing down the toilet, and I will start right away." And she said yes. We made a prayer, and I said okay. And the next day, so I didn't smoke again, I didn't drink, I quit partying, I quit doing everything. 4 weeks into the business, I quit my job. Thing is that my job, I had a job, and there was this. It's just the things they said, right? The things that people would say. The people that were nice, they'd say, "Are you sure you're getting into something, good for you?" They were nice. They were saying, they were good people. They'd say, "Yeah, are you sure you're doing the right thing? I mean, I don't know. Let's hope. I hope you're doing the right thing, right?" Like Ken Ross, the superintendent, the boss, he would let me, go find out if it was or not. The people that did not weren't cool, or when were beat mean. I remember this story about a year ago when I was working in that harsh environment, which is hard work, especially if you're like me. I'm going in there, I'm gonna go hard. I remember one day someone said a story, and they said, and he was talking to all of us, right? And he was looking at me, and he's like, 10 years later, we are gonna have a conversation, all of us here, and you're gonna be here with us, and we're all going to laugh, and we're all going to laugh because this conversation that Tito was gonna be a millionaire. He had his online business, and we're all gonna have a good laugh here, and enjoy how stupid he made himself sound. Right? That was a year ago. A year ago that I quit the job that I was over there, and he said, what you're saying to us right now is the same thing as you going up to that bridge, tying a rope on the bridge, tying it to your neck, jumping down, and then the next day climbing the mountain, and let us see you again. So basically, it was impossible what I was telling them, right? And I was so stoked and so excited that I sometimes they break me, right? And I have to call, and I listen, guys. Here's another thing: if you guys want to find out if it's real or not, you call those people that you call me. You call if you say, oh, I'm interested in this business, and I am and I want to go in this business, but then I don't think it's a scam. If you guys have that thought in you, do what I did, because when people got to me, and I was already in the business, I called Georgia. I called her on her phone, and she always picked up the phone. She was always there. She never erased anything and just disappeared out of life. And every time someone would tell me something, I desperately call her again. One day I almost, I don't know what happened. One day I was calling her. She wasn't answering, but she was active. Okay. Now, my plan was gonna be like, oh my god, I got scammed, and if she would not answer that day that I called her, I would have closed my Instagram. I would have disappeared from the web. I'd close my Instagram. I used to use that all the time. I was so afraid, right? But then she picked up and she told me, yes, well, when you see that it's active and I'm not answering, it's because probably I'm sleeping or I'm doing something else, and I have business partners that help, that sometimes, that have the authority to go in there and help me with something because I can't get it. So she explained all that to me, and it was legit. It was a business that's legit. The thing is that I called her every day. The thing is also that I called her about it also is that every time she had a coaching call, because she was a coach, I would call her and I'd say, can I join your coaching call? Because in this business, you get to be a coach in the end, like in 6 months, but not at the beginning. And I wanted to know what she tells, so she explains the business to everybody. Okay. And if I heard that over and over and over and over with each coaching call, I knew what the business is about. The business works. I knew, and I believe it 100%. Okay. And then I made $12K in 5 weeks. I moved out in a $6 million mansion in Kelowna, in Diamond View, for a whole year, playing golf and sitting and eating grapes in a hot tub. People are gonna comment. People are gonna say everything that's beyond bad. Yeah. And then my problem here was when I joined this business, I told everybody like this. I said, I found a business. I'm gonna become a millionaire. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna move out of my house, and I'm gonna do it in the time of now, in like a month, 2 months. And guess what people told me? People told me everything. The thing is that I didn't tell anybody that I joined the business when I was going to join the business. I usually go and I say, before I join something, I say, I'm going to do this. Should I do this? That's the biggest error you should do. Look for an opinion on something and someone that you're going to do yourself, because they're going to tell you what they think, not what you should do. And so I had a lot of people tell me, what are you doing? skeptical, I had my close friends, family members, my cousins, like they are right now, right here. As I'm speaking here, they're commenting, they're 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 making fun of me. They are laughing right now. They are, just saying, "Oh, Tito's doing a video here." No, Tito is part of what we're doing to move on in life and to be someone bigger than just the same circle of the 9 to 5 for everybody. The same exact things to do for the rest of your life. I'm doing something different. You can either watch me there, comment stupid stuff, say stuff that's, to put me down, laugh with your friends, say gross stuff. You go right ahead. I'm gonna embrace whatever you put out there. I'm the one that's gonna put out the work here. I'm the one that's gonna be doing this. I'm the one that's gonna showing up every day here that I can't do a live. I don't have to do this business. Like in this business, we don't have to do these lives. These lives here is only to show people that we're real. And the thing is that we encourage. We don't encourage either of us. Anybody wants to. We ask if anybody wants to see to show their faces because they're real. We say, if you have a choice, if you don't really want to, hell, you're doing your ads. You can put a quote, you put a picture, you put something. You don't have to put nothing. The important about the business is in this business, like all the people say, oh, online business. Oh, I'm gonna have to go knock on door to door. I used to work in Spain, Tecnocasa, selling houses, door to door. Selling apartments door to door, guys, dressed in a suit, and that's hard work. In this business, you don't have to knock door to door. You don't have to call no one. You don't have to set up a meeting. You don't have to do nothing in this business like that. In this business, all you do is set up your ads. Oh, you don't know how to set up ads? Wow, you have a school academy here that's gonna help you. You have everybody. You have Georgia. You have Ahmed. You have Joseph soon. You have Mojo soon. With the mind of an entrepreneur this guy has, right at the blue, bing, like a little light just shines on my head. Ding. Say, this guy here knows what he's doing. This guy here has the motivation and the change to move on in life.
May I say something? I know we've been on here for quite a bit. So the thing is this business is not for everyone. Like what you're saying is what your cousins are saying and stuff. They'll never start something like this or never jump out of their comfort zone. They'll always be maybe drinking, having fun, and just making fun of the whole world, right? While their whole life goes by, right? And they're probably drinking or doing whatever to escape from the reality right now, okay? Which I understand, okay? I'm not judging anybody, but that's what people usually do. They either do something to escape from their reality because they're too afraid, they don't have courage to make a change. But the thing is I've been a coach since 4 years now, like 3.5, 4 years. I know who's going to start this business. I already see it. And people are so shocked when I'm like, okay, I'll see you later, or you know what, if anybody's watching right now, me and Tito are coaches, okay? And we have corporations. We have a lot of, like, our corporation, this business makes us a lot of money, right? We have built us an incredible lifestyle. Okay, we have freedom. Okay, so to whoever's hating on him right now, you should be congratulating him if you really love him, and you're his cousin or your family. If anybody who's watching this, and if anybody's doubting you or making you feel that way, you should think twice and be like, you know what? Like Taco does for you, his brother. Like he says, at least he did get out of his comfort zone. You're all making fun of him. Look at him, he's changed, and he's in $1 million house, and he's doing this and he's doing that. It's true. Like, don't let people drag you down. At least you're jumped out of your comfort zone. You started something new. Okay? Because I'll be totally honest with you. If this business was an MLM and it would be bringing in the same type of money, I'd still go for it. I don't care. As long as it's not a scam and as long as it's not harming anybody, I'll do what I need to do to make some money to support my children. Okay? And it's in moral alignment. Okay? I will be a hustler. I'll advertise. But I will say this, we're not looking for just anybody to start this business, start this and start this. We want to work with people like the way the people are here today. Friendly, kind, easy to deal with. We're going to help you get started. Not someone like, I don't know about this business and it's a scam. It's not a scam. Oh, well, you know what, you're in this type of product or this, we're making so much money from it and it has 602 quality. What are you talking about? Or it's just, I'm not here to fight for you to join or to get started. My job is a coach and a mentor to help you. That's why I'm here today. So we're not pushing anybody. And, saying if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But we're here to tell you, you can change your life. Because believe me, I've had some nasty confrontations with people who are the most sweetest business partners here today. Okay? And I know Thito knows a lot of them that because they were like, oh my goodness, Georgia, I love you and everything. Go on. And they're successful and they're so sweet and I'm best friends with them now. So I don't take that seriously. So don't take anything seriously, anybody who's watching. You're gonna prove them wrong. Just don't worry about what they say. Don't worry about the noise. But go on, Thito.
I was gonna wrap it up very soon because it's gonna take me. I'm gonna go cut my hair and make myself look good. But I was gonna say one more thing, guys. Yes, it was hard for me to start this business because I opened up my mouth to everybody. For the 5 wings, I just said to everybody, "You'll see." Okay, they're still watching. They're still seeing. Listen, I haven't been too much outside to the public since I was in Kelowna. I think I stopped a little bit so much in the posting, in the whatever. I disappeared a little bit. Okay, it's good to disappear, guys. It's good to disappear from your social media. It's good to disappear from your friends. It's good to disappear from your family for a bit. It's good to disappear, but as long as you disappeared and you're doing something in the back quietly and working on yourself, and then you can come out like a tornado again, shining again. That's also good because when people disappear, most of them are just working. They're just working on succeeding. They're just quiet about it until they get successful. That's what you need sometimes, right? So yeah, I wanted to say thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. And if you guys see that this video has been helpful for you guys to join this business, be sure to click in all the info down there. Click send your name, put your email there. You can watch our free workshop. You can come join us in our online academy where your teachers are, they're your family. They're good people, and we're always there to help. So if anybody feels like you're still watching there, you want to spend your whole life watching, you can spend your whole life watching. We're gonna still coming up. It's like that song, nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. No? Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day. Everybody enjoy, and yeah, we'll see you on the next side and the other side. Bye.